Hey, what's up guys, it's RT264, and man, it has been way too long. This has been years in the making. Today, I'll be discussing official Commonwealth Angry Birds versus some more counterfeit plushies. And I've even got some of the little ones. Alright, let's see. Well, the Commonwealth plushies defeat these really crappy Chinese bootlegs. Let's take a look. Oh, and one more thing. I also have this bootleg hat. And I have an official one to compare it. So, alright, let's do this. But right before we get into the new plushies, I just want to quickly go over a comparison between the previous plushies and what happened to them. Now, if you're a long subscriber of my channel, you might know why Bomb is missing his, it kind of looks like he got shot in the face. And that's because I made myself a custom bomb board with a white dot. And the reason I wanted this plush in the first place is because it had a white dot. And I cut it off and put it on a regular bomb plush to get myself a bomb bird with a white dot. Years later, I finally have myself an official 5-inch bomb bird with a white dot. So, that's kind of cool. Overall, last time I said these plushies were... that's okay. It was okay. Hot garbage and hot garbage. So, yeah. The hang tags look like crap. My hang tags on the official plushies look better. And I do have some. They're directly behind me. I forgot to grab them. But overall, bootleg plushies are garbage. But one YouTube commenter had made mention of that he wanted to see me do some more. Actually, a lot of you guys suggested doing a lot more. So, let's cover some more bootleg plushies. So let's get the old ones out of the way. So one of the commenters that really inspired me to make this made mention of, hey, you should look at some pigs. So I did. So here we are with some, oh boy, these look like hot garbage. They just do. I mean, I don't even know what else to say, but let's go through a quick side-by-side comparison. So this is obviously bootleg red. They got these little suction cup things, which I've heard could be dangerous towards kids. Especially if you look at these are really long. And from what I heard on YouTube, a little kid could swing this around and wrap it around their throat. I don't know if that's really accurate though, but it looks like there were obviously complaints about it, so they shortened the rope. But, oh man, that looks... It looks okay. I mean, it doesn't look good. I mean, especially compared to an official plush. I mean, it's night and day, basically. This is almost like the Walmart sized for the plushies. This is like a 5-inch, that's like a 6-inch. But yeah, you can easily see that the official plushies are way better. Now, this one doesn't have the tush tag, but, you know, official plushies do. So here's a plush with all its tags still in there. So, as you can see, it has an official tag, and it's also got the tush tag down there. So yeah, way better, way better. So yeah, overall, get this garbage out of here. Alright, so moving on to the pigs. Oh boy. This is just, what were they thinking? This looks awful. This looks so terrible. I can't even imagine. Oh wow, that is a really long hang tag. Here, this little long, not hang tag, little sticky window thing. Look at that. It just looks like absolute shit. Excuse my language. This is awful. I mean, it's so off, it's so bad, it's good. It looks hilarious. I mean, just the crown just is non-existent. I mean, it's there, but it doesn't have any of the jewels, and doesn't have that metallic look that the official plush does. And I mean, side by side, I mean, it's kind of obvious which one looks better. The official pig has that really nice light green, and this one has kind of a, I don't know, it just kind of looks off. I will admit, I do like the little pink for its mouth. And I mean, it looks so ridiculous. But what is up with the ears? Why are they so far apart? This is this is probably the only bootleg plush I genuinely love because it looks so awful, especially compared to the actual official plush. But it looks so bad, it looks funny. You know what I mean? Like, it just looks so bad. Just get this out of here. And just to quickly wrap up these other three, because I've got way more plushies to look at. I mean, just point and laugh. Actually, Chuck, look at okay, this blush genuinely looks good. And now I've realized the eyeball is all the way up there. I hadn't noticed that until just now. I thought like both eyes were like slanted. I mean, they are, I guess. You were on the verge to greatness. But oh man, I mean, don't get me wrong, there are some odd looking bluebird plushies out there, but I don't even want to look at it anymore. Like, Chuck looks okay, but the eyes are off. Why are the eyes so off? Get this out of my face. The official plushies look infinitely better. Alright, let's move on to some more bootleg plushies. Get this garbage out of here. Transition time. So in my original video talking about bootleg Angry Birds, I made mention that I grew up with both of these little knockoff Angry Bird plushies, and I really enjoyed how. This is probably the best little small bootleg plush, and way better than the official one, which I have here. That just had the closed beak. So that's probably the only example of bootleg plushies actually looking good. And I always wanted, and the other thing I really loved about this little one is that it was the same size as some bootleg plushies from an Angry Birds video made years ago. And I thought it'd be cool to track some down. I found them. They were in Canada. So as we can see, this is basically the lineup of the original Commonwealth plushies, and in doing a comparison between the full-size 5-inch plush would be a little bit cheating. You know, like kind of small, so I was just going to stick with the Keychain plushies for the moment, so yeah. Oh boy, these look like hot garbage. Now, I originally thought these plushies had the suction cups that the other ones have, these little things right here, but they don't. They actually have these little rings. Now, they're not the actual key, like these right here. These are really nice plastic clips that are very notorious for people cutting them off, so you have a little plush red to play with. But these are semi-removable, so anyways, that's just, oh man, that looks awful. It just does. Look at blue. Like, just a side-by-side comparison. I mean, awful. Absolutely awful. A Chuck that I have with a really cool hang tag. It's cool to have these with the hang tag, so it's just kind of a reminder of what my sister and I saw at Hallmark over 10 years ago. Especially now, 2011. A long time ago. So, yeah. These look pretty bad. And then you have Matilda. I don't have a backpack clip of her. Now that I'm thinking about it, I should probably track down Bomb and Matilda just to kind of round out the collection of the backpack clips that I don't have. But yeah, these look pretty bad. And now let's move on to the pigs. So here are the bootleg plushies, and here are the official ones. So as you can see, the 5-inch plushies are significantly bigger, but even with the small backpack clips, see what I mean, for notorious for cutting the hang tags off. But still, I mean, looking at it side by side, you still have the golden crown. This only has 2 jewels on it. The rest of the jewels are just gone. They have these little metallic little rings to them. They look goofy as heck. I mean, they are a little bit bigger, but they're significantly flatter. Like, I don't, like, they kind of look almost, they don't look paper thin, but they look kind of flat. And these look very round. So, something interesting. So they said okay, but man, these things just look like hot garbage. I will admit, this is kind of interesting, like how much they really did copy the Commonwealth. I mean, look at the eye shape is different, kind of like how the actual pigs are a little bit different. I do think it's interesting that they had a helmet pig with injured eyeballs, but no cracks on his helmet. Obviously, if there weren't going to be any detail in the front, they definitely aren't putting it in the back. I mean, the mini pig looks okay, but again, not very good. The mustache pig looks quite nice. I mean, it's basically a 100% ripoff, even with the nostril details and the eye details. So, just kind of a bizarre case. Those Chinese manufacturers, they got their hands on probably some official Commonwealth plushies and just went at it. And wow, you can see how cheap these things are manufactured. I mean, this is glued on right there. You can start to see the glue fall off. I bet with a little bit of force I could almost rip that directly off. And you definitely couldn't do that on the official ones. I mean, you could, but you need the force of Zeus. So, yeah, these things are just, they're hot garbage. Alright, let me get this out of my face so we can review our last one. Hey man, you didn't like our plushies? That's alright. I offer you Jamaican Angry Bird. Jamaica, no problem. I'm not lying. This is an actual plush made in Jamaica. The famous place of cool runnings. You know, to be fair, the plush itself, between, you know, the other bootleg plushies, I'll just grab them really quick. Between the other plushies, this Jamaican plush genuinely looks official, especially compared to the other crap that's been released. Obviously it isn't, but between this and the other two, this looks way more official. And if I break out my 8-inch Mighty Mojo Redbird, you can see that they really, that's like counterfeit level of almost 1-to-1. Obviously it's not, because it's got Jamaican no problem on it. So anyways, so got a little hat, and I guess these are supposed to be dreadlocks. I love the fact that whoever bought this didn't take the tag off. So it looks like there are some other plushies you can get. You can get everyone else, including a pig. So, and angry is spelled wrong. I think it looks spelled wrong. Just make sure I'm not going completely insane. It's just kind of, no, it's spelled correctly. I think. It looks awful. Why are they smiley faces on this? And then if you open it up, it says, for children 3 years and older. And it's got broken English. Hey, I got my hairs braided in Jamaica, having a great time. I must say, Jamaica, no problem. I love Jamaica. So, that's just funny. And then it has, you know, an email address right there, and the phone number's covered. $24. $24 US for this absolute piece
Beep.
of shit. I guarantee an official plush at the time was significantly cheaper than this hot garbage. I don't think I paid that much for online though. So, but you know, as you can see, you know, it's definitely worse than an official plush, but it looks really damn close to an official plush, especially compared to this garbage. So, just kind of a unique collectible. I wonder if if you live in Jamaica or you have any more information about this particular plush that you have to give me in the comment section. I'd love to know more. I mean, this is so bizarre, and it's weird that they got so close. I mean, the Chinese, they can't do anything, but apparently the Jamaicans can get stuff done. So, anyways, it's kind of a unique collectible in my collection, I guess. I would say if you could find one of these, it might be worth it. Maybe if you can find it cheap, that is. If you can find it for under $10, it'd be worth it. But anything over that, I mean, maybe 20. But. All right, let's move on to the final little the final bootleg things, and then this video will be over.
So the last thing we have are some Angry Birds hats. So right here is the official Commonwealth hat. It looks quite nice. And it's got this giant Angry Bird tag on there. And that thing is huge, especially compared to like a regular one. So, yeah. So obviously this is an official hat. And then we have a bootleg hat. That thing looks ridiculous. So, just for a demonstrational purpose. That doesn't really fit. Granted, I'm wearing a Master Chief helmet on top of it, but yeah, it's kind of small. This is obviously made for a kid to wear. Yeah, it's kind of short, and then you look at the bootleg, It's got these really long sleeves with pockets. So for demonstration purposes, I'm gonna put that on. I gotta put this on. 1 second. Ugh! Yeah, I know. I look ugly. We understand. We can move past this. This looks absolutely ridiculous. I will admit, I kind of like the sleeves, the little hand things they have, but obviously these were not made for the American market because my hands barely fit, and my hands are fairly small. But that just doesn't really fit. But oh man, this looks absolutely ridiculous. And as you can see, it's pretty much my guess is the same manufacturer who made this. Awful, absolutely awful. Now the Commonwealth hat looks significantly better, and as you can see, it actually does fit an adult head for the most part. But anyways, so yeah, kind of a unique thing. So yeah, you can definitely tell which hat's way better. One other thing I just want to say is how, I don't want to say rough, but how, I don't know, flimsy the material feels. Like this feels really soft and squishy. Like if you squeeze it, it feels soft. This one, it doesn't feel very soft at all. It feels kind of dry. I don't know how else to explain it. It just kind of feels off. You know, like a lot of these I mean, all these plushies look off. It's kind of funny looking at all these bootlegs. I mean, from a distance, I'm sure someone think these are official, but nope, those are the official ones. These things, ultimately, and I probably said this in my previous video too, ultimately, these bootleg plushies have zero value. They're awful builds, they're awful quality, they're not going to hold up to being roughhoused or played with, they're not going to look as good, with probably only one ignition, and even then, you know, he's starting to tear up just a little bit in the back, but that's alright, we can do something about that. So just, these plushies are absolute garbage. I mean, they just are. They don't have any value. They look terrible. Just look at that build quality, man. You could almost rip that off. And I mean, the crown, I mean, they only had to put 2, because, you know, you're not looking at it from the other. Especially with that crown that they didn't even try. Oh man, just look at these things. They look awful, especially that first chunk. Oh man, I had some interesting comments about that one. I'll throw one on the screen right now. We'll let the little kid get onto YouTube, but anyways, do I recommend buying any of these? No, I don't. I don't recommend it. Okay, I do recommend if you can track down this little plush, you know, I'd recommend that one. It's basically the 5-inch Howl, but smaller, with more of a matte fur. Other than that, I don't recommend. Okay, and if you can find one of these Jamaican plushies, just because, I don't know, they're just kind of unique and weird and different, so they're kind of neat, but I genuinely wouldn't recommend any of the other ones. I mean, unless you really want more pigs to your army, but they're kind of small, they look bad, and it's just not. It's better to put up the money and buy the official plushies. They look great. They're a really high quality build. I mean, they're not gonna fall apart, and they're not gonna break easily. They look great. They all look uniform with each other, and these just look like hot garbage. I don't recommend. Besides the little Howl, I don't recommend anybody purchase any of these. They look like crap. They feel like crap. Unless you're like super nostalgic for that one Angry Birds film that family put together about 11 years ago, I mean the small ones look, they look, but these are crap. They're not worth buying. Don't do it. Yeah, let the weirdos like me doing it. Now, if you're a collector and you're really hardcore into Angry Birds, maybe, but again, they're not going to be very good, high quality plushies. I mean, they're just not very good. If you're a collector, I definitely recommend the Jamaican one, because it's just kind of weird. I'm repeating myself, aren't I? Yep. Making YouTube videos is more challenging than people think.
overall, I highly recommend buying the official Commonwealth Angry Bird plushies. They're better in every way, shape, and form. Avoid the bootleg plushies at all costs. Unless you're weird and you really want to collect a whole army. But there's a lot of other Angry Bird plushie collectibles that are way better than those. So, anyways, guys, this is RSR226. My amigos, peace, and have a great day. And remember, stay angry. Alright, wrapping up my video, getting everything put away and stuff. Wait, what was that sound? Oh, hey Terrence, sorry I didn't put you in the video. I just wanted to quickly say before this video completely wraps up, just thank you everybody for watching these YouTube videos over the years. I know this has been a long time in the making, but I just wanted to say thank you. Thank you for the likes, the comments, the dislikes, everything. You know, it really means a lot to me, and I wish I could do stuff more often and say thank you, but you know, life gets in the way and stuff happens, but you know, ultimately it's nice to take time on the end of this video and just simply say thank you for watching. Anyways, guys, peace. Have a great day. And thanks for watching.